here in Southern Gulf Islands, right? So if you're in there, it's a draw night tonight. We're going to do the YouTube draw. So we're going to wait till we have a few more viewers in there, and we will pull a name out of the YouTube draw. So stay tuned and bear with me here. It's a beautiful evening. We had rain overnight last night. I just tallied up the rainfall for April. We didn't have a lot of rain. So right now we got about 17 degrees Celsius here on Salt Spring Island at this end of the island. Right there we got a native dogwood blooming, and we're on our lower deck here, and you can see the tree fern. Got some winds, a little bit of an ocean wind. The tree fern here is sending out fronds now. You can see the fronds coming out of the center of this tree fern here. So that's a Dicksonia antarctica. And I will sit here until somebody decides to pop in, and wait for it, folks, because we are doing the draw tonight. Hopefully it'll show up on your feed that we are doing a live stream here from Salt Spring Island on Gulf Island Rock. All right? So I'll just sit here and wait. I will wait patiently. All right. So don't be shy. Come on in. I'm going to put that right there. There you go. There's the tree fern behind me. And I don't see anybody in there yet. I always keep remembering it is about 3 hours ahead in some places. So there we go. We got one watcher in there. And don't be shy. Come in and put your 2 bits worth in.
My husband? Yeah?
I'm doing a live stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. I do.
Yeah, I hope you guys are having good weather out there.
We will, not in the morning, because Joe's actually taking out a palm and bringing it over here. So if you get here around, when are you going to be done now?
Be back maybe around 1 o'clock.
Okay, we'd be here maybe 1 o'clock onward. Yeah. You have the address?
Got one watcher. We got a thumbs up in there. So come on in, guys. We are doing a YouTube draw tonight. So if you're not in there, you're not going to see the draw. Who knows? We don't know whose name we're going to pull out of this bucket. But there's a lot. Hey, how's it going there? Exotic for Bahamas. So yeah, good day. Hope everything's well where you are. It's beautiful here on Salt Spring Island. And like I say, current temperature about 17 degrees Celsius. And behind me here, you can see one of our Dicksonia antarctica tree ferns. I'll grab this and I'll show you something. Get a close-up look at it. Here, you can see the fronds unfurling in the middle of it, right? And then there's the trunk. There's the trunk of the tree fern, right? It's a pretty good size trunk. That's been in the ground for over 27 years now. This has been in the ground. And there's some fatsias. And there's just a whole mix mash of stuff out here on the sun deck. But what is really spectacular is this native tree in bloom right here. This is a dogwood. And this is our native dogwood tree. It's full of flowers, absolutely beautiful flowers. And this tree is protected by law. You're not allowed to cut down dogwood trees here in our province. Okay, so that's the provincial tree of British Columbia. And you can see the flowers on here and there, and you can see the palm trees down there. This is like literally a huge bamboo jungle. This is a bamboo jungle down in there, and it's like totally neglected. And unfortunately, the Chicusia gigantea went to flower last year, and it all died. There was a big grove of it in there, so that whole grove died. So I'm gonna have to replace it with something. Anyway, that's what bamboo does, folks. It goes to flower in time, and it dies. And they go in different intervals, right? Some every 70 years, some every 120 years. So that's the way it is. Who do we have in there? Exotic for Bahamas. Turks and Caicos to Canada. They need, yes. Just notice a native dogwood. Oh, cool. Yeah, native dogwoods are awesome trees. They really are beautiful trees. I love them. As you drive around our island right now, you will see a lot of dogwood trees. So we got a westerly wind right now, so it's feeling really nice out here. Here's some of our date palms. You can see those. Those are the ones that I grew from seed. There's a Rapidophyllum hystrix here, and let's just see, what do we got here? This is the seed I picked up in Hawaii to grow these ones. I'm not sure. I mean, somebody says they're Phoenix sylvestris. I don't know. They look more like Canariensis to me. And then over here, we have a this is a needle palm too. This is a Rapidophyllum hystrix. It got sunburnt, unfortunately. I had it in the tiki hut in a lot of a lower light area, and I brought it out here, and it's bleached out. It gets so hot on this deck. This one got a bit burnt. This one here is a Trachycarpus latisectus. Dogwood and Bahamas property 2022 will be not cool. Property has dogwood. Cool. Ohio has dogwood. Nice. The Buckeye State dogwood trees. They are a beautiful tree. So this tree up here, this big tree right here, that's actually a bay tree, okay? That's cooking bay, Laurus nobilis. It's a Mediterranean tree, and that's the one you use the leaves in your cooking. And there's like a forest of them growing below it. They self-seed like weeds. This is a pretty neat tree too. Lithocarpus henryi, a tanbark oak. This is an evergreen oak, right? That's a really neat one too. So we try to focus on as many evergreen trees as we can here. So it always looks really good in the wintertime. Here is the new growth coming out of the fatsia. And here's some of our fatsias. Here, I'll stand under them for you so you can see what they look like. The leaves are pretty cool. But these ones are starting to burn a little bit because, like I say, the big cedar tree was cut down and it did cast a lot of shade on these fatsias. So unfortunately, they are getting a little sun scorched. See the banana leaves coming out down there in the distance. That's where the bananas are. And here's the trachea that got cut. Chainsaw trachea. Check out this, guys. There's a close-up shot of the chainsaw trachea right there. What do you think of that? See it coming back? And there's the stump of the eucalyptus, and I hope that doesn't come back. All right? We don't want that to come back. The strawberry trees are coming back there. They're shooting out everywhere. But there is what the trachea is looking right now. So today I was digging out a big palm tree. We're moving a big palm tree to our garden tomorrow. And it's one of my palm trees. I sold the lady about 15 years ago when it was small. So now it's got about 8 feet of trunk, and it's growing too close to her house. So she doesn't want it beside her house. She says it's too big. So she said she's going to cut it down. And I said, don't cut it down. She said, well, then come and take it. So really sweet lady. So I dug it out today after work, and tomorrow I'm going with my buddy Scotty, and Scotty and I are going to pull it out of the hole and throw it on the back of my truck and then move it here. So Wendy's going to shoot a video of that. So the video of the palm transplant will be on this channel, okay? Gulf Island Rock. I'm gonna upload a video tonight of how I've dug it, and I took a really small root ball with it. It's going to be heavy. So Scotty, there you go. So it's still gonna be pretty heavy, but I took a smaller root ball as I could, and what I'm gonna do is cut off a lot of the fronds. I'm gonna maybe only leave about maybe 4 or 5 fronds at the top of this thing, and I have the hole already dug, and it'll be basic. Just slide her off the truck and into the hole. And I did leave a few roots on the bottom of the palm for tonight. Should have dug a bigger root ball. Yeah, I don't know, it'd be way too heavy. Yeah, we can handle it, Scotty. We can handle it. You can handle it. I'm going to take a lot smaller crown. Like I said, I'm going to cut a lot of the fronds off, Scotty, so it should be okay. And you know what I did? I got her to soak it with the irrigation before I picked it up, or before I dug it today. So she had the irrigation going for about an hour, and then I hit it with some transplanter liquid, 5-15-5 transplanter liquid, and then I soaked it down after I dug it. So it's got a lot of new roots coming off the top of the root ball. I think it'll be okay. So we're just gonna, well, you know what? Hey, at least it's not getting cut down, because she was actually gonna get it cut down. And you know what was funny? So I show up there today and she goes, and what about payment? How much? Like the I thought, like, how much do I owe her? She's asking me, we got to talk about payment. And I'm thinking, well, how much do you want for it? She says, no, how much do you want me to pay you to take it? Like, how much, she said to me, how much do I owe you? It just depends the growth. So it just suspends the growth. Yeah, I know. I wish I could have taken a bigger root ball, but they're so killer heavy, those things, right? So anyway, I think it'll be okay. I'm going to soak it down, and it probably will go into shock and sit there for a while before it starts shooting out leaves or fronds. But anyway, I did what I could, and I did undercut it. $500, yeah. And I said, how much do you want? She says, yeah. She says, how much do I owe you, Joe? And I said, you don't owe me anything. I need to owe you. She says, no, I don't want anything for it. I need to pay you. And I says, no. And I've known this lady for years. I says, I tell you what, I'll give you a tiki. She says, oh, really? I want one of your tikis. So anyway, I'm bringing a tiki with us tomorrow. So tomorrow on the way there, Scotty, I just got to stop by Portlock Park and go to my parks truck and grab a piece of plywood. And the plywood we're going to use to go onto the back of the truck and like a ramp, and I'm going to put a sawhorse. I got a metal sawhorse. That's what I do. And we'll wheel it up with a dolly. I got the dolly in the back, and I do have a system. The last one I moved was with Wendy and Marie, and it was that's the one with 7 feet of trunk on it. And we got it up in the back of the truck. I pulled it up with a hand dolly with the help of Marie and Wendy. So you equal probably 3 people. You know, like 3 of them. So it shouldn't be a problem between you and I getting that up onto the truck. And like I say, when we get it here, we'll slide it right off into the planting hole. I have the hose there. I have a pile of soil too. We will grab a coffee. Yeah, well, I got a case of beer here for you too. Yeah, I hope you like that. What is it called? Red Racer? Is it Red Racer? I bought a case of Red Racer for you. So it's sitting here by the back door. So we'll get that too after we get that palm in the hole. It shouldn't take us very long. Really. We'll get it out there. Yeah, where is everybody? It's a draw tonight. This is a draw night tonight, and these people are going to miss out. Unless I maybe do the draw tomorrow. I could do the draw tomorrow. I could do it May 1st. If there's nobody much, there's a couple of people in here. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you like the Red Racer, don't you? Yeah, that's what it is, Red Racer. I went to Uptown Liquor Store after I dug it out today. I was there for about an hour digging it, you know, and they're kind of a pain to dig out those things the bigger they are. But it is right beside her house. And then there's a fence beside it. So it's kind of in a tight spot. And then there's irrigation going through too. I had to watch not to hit the irrigation pipe. There's a clematis in the way. I got to cut the clematis in half tomorrow. But I left the clematis there. But she says cut it closer to the fence. So, I mean, the clematis vines are about this big. How is it still sunny? What do you mean how is it still sunny? It's nice here too. It stays light here. What time does it get dark here now, Scotty? 9 o'clock? 9 p.m. It's 10 after 7. 10 after 7 right now. So it stays light late here. Really late. And it gets light early too. I think it starts getting light around 5, just after 5 a.m. in the morning. So the days are extremely long here. It's night in USA. Yeah, well, we got to remember, we're Pacific Coast time. We're 3 hours. We're 3 hours behind the east coast of the U.S. Right? So it's light here. That's why. 8:30. Okay, Scotty says 8:30. Dark around 8:30, and it's light early in the morning too. Because when I go to work, it's light. I leave just after 6. 9 o'clock. There we go. Scotty says 9. Dark at 9 o'clock. And yeah, it's beautiful out here. It's just like a great day. I worked on the south end today in the sun, and it was warm down there. We were working at the ballpark all day. And you know what I was doing? I was screening soil. So the screener is on rollers, and one of the guys throwing the cinder, the infield cinder with weeds in it and cinder into this, because we have to save the cinder. And I'm going back and forth all day on this thing screening. So, and then right after work, I went to dig the palm tree. So I was all warmed up for digging. And like I say, it took me an hour, which wasn't too bad. And hopefully we can get the palm out faster than what it took me to dig it today. So anyway, I'm sitting by a beautiful dogwood tree right beside our deck. It's in full bloom, and it looks absolutely awesome. And I think tomorrow's going to be a good day. It'll be a really nice day for transplanting a palm tree. And tomorrow, May 1st, can you believe it? This month is done. It is over with. So May 1st tomorrow. And, you know, if you're in the north, a good time to transplant palm trees is in the spring and summer. And if you're going to prune eucalyptus trees, spring and summer. Okay, that's the best time to prune them in the far north. If you prune them in the wintertime, the fall or the wintertime, and you get a bad freeze, it can actually split the wood. Now, the big ones they cut here in early February, I'm looking at it, and they look kind of cracked like the wood. So, and it got cold right after they cut them. We had a freeze, So maybe they did freeze, and they might not even resprout, because the ones that I cut just a few weeks back are sprouting out everywhere. I shot a video and I uploaded it this morning on my channel, and those ones are sprouting out. But yet the ones they cut in February, I'm starting to have my doubts. I don't know if they're going to resprout back again. They might be done. So that's okay. You know what? I've enjoyed them there for decades, and I don't need 100-foot eucalyptus trees in front of my house. I'd rather have palm trees. Palm trees are a lot safer bet to have close to your house. I moved a couple of bananas in the prep for the new. Oh, cool. How were they? How were they to move, Scotty? Were they pretty good root ball on them, eh? Like, I've dug a lot of bananas out, and they can actually have a pretty good root system on them. Yeah, and can be pretty heavy too. That'll be cool. Are you going to put palm trees around? Well, you got palm trees around the patio, right? You got lots of palm trees around your new patio. You've got so many palm trees you planted in there. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you need a tree fern. I think you got to get a tree fern close to your house somewhere too. And you got to remember, the tree ferns don't have big roots on them. 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. So yeah, it's quarter after 7 here on Salt Spring Island. Yeah, and it's kind of like we're locked down to our island right now. They tell us not to leave. No problem. Good size root ball. Yep, I planted. Oh, cool. Right on. Awesome. Yeah, you know, bananas don't even really go much into shock. I mean, you can cut all the leaves off of them, and they start popping out leaves right away. So I went over to Hal's last week, helped him with a couple of things over there. Hey, Palms USA, you're there. Awesome. Good to see you in there. I'm going to get Wendy out here. We're going to do the draw, and we got to pull a name out of this hat here. So some lucky person's going to win. You got to remember, there's a lot less names in this water. Yep, just water lots, exactly. Love the tree fern. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks a lot. That's one of our, that's the biggest one. We have a lot of smaller ones in the garden too. So that's the Dixonia. I'll show you something here. There's the fronds coming out. Can you see that? Right there, they're coming out the middle. And then there's the trunk on it here. All right. Look at the little baby waggy in here. I chucked seed around in it to make, there's another one there too. They just come up everywhere. All of these palms, they're like weeds. There's the fatsia. And there's some date palms. Got the date palms, and got a needle palm. There's a needle palm right there. You see that? There's needle palm. And then there's another needle palm since you just joined in. There's a cluster of date palms here. There's like about 7 or 8 of them in this pot. I just threw a bunch of seed in there. And then there's the dogwood. Here's a dogwood tree blooming, the native dogwood. You see all the flowers on that? It's a really beautiful tree. So that's all in bloom. And then here's a Camarops. And this one got burnt out, like I say, from the sun. It got bleached out. It gets hot back here in the sun deck. So that's a Rapatophyllum. And then the camellias are just about done. There's some flowers on this one. There. This one's got red on it. There's the Latisectus. And what else do we got in there? There's a hybrid palm in there. These are citrus. So it's just a mix mash of stuff here. Exotic Bahamas, are you back? I'm sure things are good in the Bahamas. I got to get Wendy out here. Hey, Wendy. Oh, there's Jane. Aloha. We got to do this draw. So there's the kumquats. You can see this kumquat here. Some of these are going to be ready to eat soon. I love kumquats. And then there's the sagos. That's how they're doing. So these sagos stay out all winter, these sago palms. These guys right here. Scotty. Aloha, Jane. Okay, so... and we got to do a sticker too.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll do a sticker. I'm going to give him some seeds. I'll send him some seeds or seedlings, maybe some seedlings. Whoever wins. We don't know who's going to win.
That's where it goes.
Orchid nursery. Oh, she went to an orchid nursery today, Jane.
Who did? Oh,
Jane,
I love orchids.
awesome.
My orchid is blooming. My it's a cymbidium I have, isn't it? Or is it a phalaenopsis?
Phalaenopsis. Okay, let me put this here because Wendy's going to do this draw. We don't know.
Oh, I look
Shake it all up. Shake it all up. Okay, see?
Yeah.
See this?
Ah.
We shake it all up. We got all, can you see that in there? All those names?
Wendy's really
Whoops.
short.
All these names? Okay, so we're going to shake this up. Parks people ripped out the sable mine. I planted, those bombs. Okay, so hang on. Okay, we're going to do the draw right now. Okay.
I'm reaching in.
See that? They're all shaken up.
Hi.
Okay, here you go. Put your hand in.
I look I
No,
don't
that's
wanna
right.
be
Put
in
your
it.
hand in. Put your hand in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who is the lucky winner?
I'm grabbing. I think I have like 3. Okay.
We can't have 3.
Okay, I got one. Here you go. Got one. And here's
Okay, the lucky winner is.
got a peace sign on there.
Got a peace sign on there.
You
The
get
lucky winner.
one
I
of
gotta
my
keep you guys. I gotta keep you guys in suspense. I'm not gonna
cards.
tell them who it is right away. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. I'm gonna keep.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
them.
showing them the hair.
Okay.
It's called Hanging to Dry.
Okay.
So like sheets on the line. And it's actually a painting that I did of one of my, yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So this is the lucky winner is gonna get one of her art cards. This is that's an arbutus tree, I think. Looks like an arbutus tree. Wendy does. 3 Camellia japonica with Tillandsia. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, Wendy's big into camellias. We got a lot of them around here. Okay, so in a few minutes, I'm going to announce the winner, the name that Wendy had picked out of the... Oh, I just about showed it. The lucky winner is going to get some palm seedlings and a art card. All right? So, I like camellias too. Unfortunately, the deer love camellias too. And so if you grow a camellia here, you're going to have to put a fence around it, or you're going to have something to scare the deer away. That's what you're going to have to do. So there we go. There's my background right there. I'll get over to this side so you can see that. Try to see the trunk on the tree fern. It's got a beautiful trunk. So the fronds on that tree fern used to be a lot bigger before we had the trees cut down. We used to have other trees here. They like fatsia as well. Oh, they love fatsia. They will eat them to pieces. Wendy got a bunch more snake rails delivered just for making a bigger fence. I just made a video of me scattering several thousand sable miners. Yeah, Wendy was just watching one of your videos of your lizard. That's cool. Sandor, hey, I'm glad you got the palm, Sandor. So we just did the name. We just did a draw here. Wendy pulled a name out of this bucket, and I will wait a few. Oh, did you see that? Okay. You want to know who the winner is? Do you guys want to know who the winner is of the draw today? Wendy pulled out. Who do you think the winner is? You want to see the winner? Here's the winner. Congratulations. Like I said, I took a lot of names out of the bucket, so there's a lot fewer names because there's a lot of people that don't join in the live stream. So there's the winner right there. Can you read that? I'm going to hold it here for a bit. That's the winner of the draw. Congratulations to you, Palms USA. You're the winner. All right? So congratulations to you, and I will get you something out in the mail. Come on, rigged. I wish it was. Nope, there's no way of rigging, man. So Palms USA, you are the winner. Woohoo! Yeah, Scotty's name's in there too. I took out a ton of names. I had like 100 and something names in there, and I've narrowed it down to very few, just because there's not everybody watches the live streams anymore. So only the people that are in there all the time. Your name got pulled, so there you go. Palms USA. Right on. So congratulations to you, and I will send you some seedlings. Yeah, great. Well, yeah, you're a regular in there. Jane's a regular in there. Scotty's a regular in there. And well, all you guys in here right now are regulars in there. There's people that pop in every so often, but like I say, I took out a whack load of them. Well, Scotty's my neighbor. Does Scotty actually need any more palms? Scotty's got so many bloody palm trees. He's got tons of them. So, Sandor, I'm very happy that you received the palms today, because when I went to the post office the other day, they said they should be there by Friday. I never win, Joe. Sandor. Well, you win because you got a package in the mail today with lots of palms in it, and I did throw in some extra seedlings, right? Did you get those ones? There's some hybrid seedlings in there, right? Hybrid seedlings in that package. I don't know how many I put in there, but the mother plant was a female Trachycarpus wagnerianus, and the father plant was a Trachycarpus fortunei, and there is a male Trachycarpus wagnerianus in the same garden. So they are hybrids. How are things in Elrond? I bet you it's nice and toasty there. Ontario's been really warm, I think, especially in the south. Southern Ontario's been really warm, right? You got the seedlings. Okay, yeah, just pot those guys up. You can just put them in small pots. I got to save that name. Okay. the names do go back into the draw. So yeah, in the yeah, you're welcome. I will. I'll mail that out on Monday. Monday, I will mail that to you because I do ship stuff every week. I ship stuff out. I can always use more palms. I gotta get some larger ones. Yeah, that's what you need. Do you have a Mediterranean fan palm or not? I think that's what you need, Scotty. If you don't have one, you got to get a Mediterranean fan palm. Like I say, next time you're over on the mainland, go to Cedar Rim Nursery. Cedar Rim Nursery even has big sable minor palms. They got jubaeas, sable minor. They have everything. Like you are in palm heaven when you go there. And next time my friends comes over, I should tell them to pick you up some Wagnerianus. If you want some pure Waggies, my buddy's got a Wagnerianus palm nursery in Langley, South Langley. My buddy App. I need to return that Mayra. I will send you some local seed. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, no, more palm seed the merrier. I grow it. And if it's sable minor, that's cool too. But anyway, yeah, Scotty, if you want some Trachycarpus wagnerianus, my buddy Phil will bring them over. Phil's a palm nut. So he'll go to Adam's place. And I don't know what they are a piece. I'll have to find out. They're 5 gallon size, but they're beautiful, locally grown Waggies. They're beauties. I have 3 meds. Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, a piece of me. Yeah, how's that Washingtonia doing down there in Seattle? Is it still doing pretty good? It should be. It's in a pretty sheltered spot, and it wasn't that cold this winter either. It was pretty mild this winter. At least I considered it mild at this part of the island. Yeah, we had some snow, but snow doesn't determine whether it's a cold winter or not. Oh, I'm glad you got him, Sandra. I'm glad the post office came through and said, you know, it was right on time because I was thinking they're never usually on time. It's doing great. Okay, awesome. That's a good piece of me. Lots of sable minor here produce seed. They have naturalized in. That's cool. It's too bad they got to take them. It's too bad they removed that one. The lady from Grace Point today, one of the gardener, the lady that lives there wants to get rid of the gardener. They want to get rid of the gardener that's been butchering the palms. I just talked to her on the phone before this live stream. She messaged me. Did she message me? Yes, she messaged me the other night, and she says, give me a call. So I phoned her, and they want to get rid of the palm butcher, which is a good thing. So first of all, they want to get rid of somebody on the gardening committee because Grace Point is a strata. Victory, yeah. So the palm butcher has to go. So she says, Joe, please send me some videos you've shot of the butchered palms and I can show them to the garden committee. So I sent her 3 different videos. I sent her 1 of the butchered jubea, 2 of the butchered sable rosei, and 3 of a butchered Trachycarpus fortunei. And in each one of my videos, I said, this is this disgrace. This person doesn't know what they're doing. So there you go. I got that one at Pungo Palms planted. Oh, yeah, Pungo Palms. I've heard about those guys for years. That's in Virginia Beach, Pungo Palms Nursery. You know another one? Why don't you be... Yeah, they pay pretty well, too. I think they pay like $3,000 a month, those guys. Did you and Scotty? No. Scotty and I dug it out today, Sandor, but Scotty and I are going to pull it out tomorrow. We're going to pull it out tomorrow morning around 10:30. We'll leave here. And we're going to pull it out and put it on my truck and bring it back here and drop her in the hole. So Wendy will shoot a video and put it here on this channel. She'll do the little documentary of the palm move. She likes to do that, right? And like I say, the palm's ready to come out. There's just a few more roots on the bottom I need to cut because I didn't want it to really fall over and hit anything. So the trunk on it, I think, is close to around 8 feet tall. And I have to remove some more fronds on it so it gets... so it goes into it gets less stress, put it that way. I don't want it to be too stressed out after the move, which often can happen. The one I took last time with Wendy and her sister-in-law in March 2019 did not even get stressed out at all. So anyway, it's a beautiful palm tree. And like I say, it's one of my palm trees. And that lady said 15 years ago I sold it to her. That's when it was a little baby. I will for the art. Okay, I will say hi to Wendy from Sandor. Yeah. They it's funny, a show interviewed us yesterday from Los Angeles about the about Wendy's Bigfoot, that if it was a Bigfoot, we don't know what it was. That thing we shot in 2013. So this lady, she's one of the producers of the show or something like that, and it's paranormal, Bigfoot and all that stuff. So she contacted us. She contacted Wendy because she saw the video, and we actually had a Skype. and she's asking us all these questions and stuff like that, which was kind of cool. So she was in Los Angeles, and I added her to. I hit her up on Facebook, and then I added her to people who love palm trees and exotic plants because she loves palm trees. She said she was in a palm garden the other day, and she showed me a picture of one of the palm trees. It was a super tall, twisted Washingtonia robusta. Yeah, she watched your video on the lizard. When I came in, she was before the live stream. I got off the phone with Brenda, and she's watching your video on the lizard. And she goes, "Hey, check out this lizard. That's pretty cool." Because I used to have lizards too. My very first lizard was a chameleon when I was a little kid back in the late '60s, and then in the mid 1980s, I got anoles. I had neon swifts, jewel curly tails, and I also had iguanas. And my iguanas got really big. I don't know when the show's going to air, so she's going to let us know. So if they use that for the show, then it will. I'll let you know. I'm keeping in contact with her, and I told her you need to come up. So eventually, when things open up, they want to come up to Vancouver Island and the North Pacific, and they want to come to Salt Spring Island, right? So I mean, if there's Bigfoot, I don't think we have any on Salt Spring Island, but you never know. My bearded dragon seems to like palms, Australia, so it may cool. Yeah, bearded dragons are cool. I've never had one of those, but my iguanas got really big, and I sold them before I moved to Salt Spring. It's too bad I should have kept them. They were really cool lizards, right? They got really big. I got them when they were tiny, and the big one was probably about, I'm going to guess 4 feet, at least 4 feet long, pretty big. Its name was Buana. Iggy, the big one was Iggy, and the small one was Buana. And then I had another little one that I got, and it got loose in the house, and it died. So, anyway, I'll let you know, Sandor. This lady her name's Bitten Haynes. So it's this paranormal show they do. So it's kind of cool that they saw Wendy's video, they liked it, and they just wanted some more information about it and all that stuff. So we had to give a little talk. We were on the Skype with her for an hour. We were Skyping for an hour, yapping about what we saw. And we don't know what we saw that day. Who knows what it was, right? I mean, I said to her, it could have been a bear. You know, it could have been a bear standing on its legs. I mean, it certainly wasn't a deer, and it wasn't a mountain lion, and it wasn't a wolf. It was something, it was big, and bears are big when they're standing on their hind legs. So who knows? She goes, well, you know, a lot of people seem to think it was a Bigfoot. If it was a Bigfoot, that's pretty cool. We'll never know what we saw that day. But what we saw that day was definitely unusual, right? So anyway, I hope to get back to Port Renfrew in July. If everything opens back up again and everything's back to normal by July, because we're kind of in a lockdown here, right? There's a big sign up at Central as you're going towards Vesuvius Ferry. It says, don't travel, stay local or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a big flashing type sign. So we got to stay local. That was an amazing video. Yeah, that was August 2013. And really, it was just alongside a creek bed. We were in 150, 200 feet, something like that. Have you tried? No, I've never tried Libostona australis, but we do have Libostona chinensis. But you know what? I did sow some Libostona australis seeds, and they may be germinating right now. Somebody sent me some Libostona australis seeds, and I think it was somebody from Oregon. I'm pretty sure it was Tropical PDX. Tropical PDX, I think, sent me those seeds. He sent me a Libostona cerebus and Libostona australis. And, oh, by the way, our Cyathea cooperi, very hardy. Our Cyathea cooperi, which are Australian tree ferns, they were actually burning back here on the sun deck in the sun. It gets really hot on this lower sun deck. So Wendy moved them. They're in the front garden right now under a bunch of palm trees, and I think they're going to be happier. But this one right here, see this Livostona? These guys seem to take the heat. I mean, look at it. It's not even burnt. Isn't that amazing? Isn't the fronds amazing on this thing? Look at this. So you see these fronds here? Those are last year's fronds, okay? Those are last year's fronds. And the way a tree fern works here, they're evergreen. And by summer, you get in midsummer, they start to brown. These guys are going to start to brown, but it's already sending out a nice new flush right now. So it's already got a new crown, and then these guys I end up cutting off. And these are the ones that will get the spores on them. So tree ferns are reproduced by spores, not seed. And then you touch them, and all this powder kind of comes off of these fronds. So I just take the fronds and I chop them up and I throw them around the base of the fern, and they just kind of rot down. But I planted, you can see the trunk on it now with the wind blowing. I planted that one, like I say, in April 1994. And I got pictures of my daughter beside it when she was a little baby, because she was born in April 1994. Yeah. Yeah, you can grow them there, Palms USA. You just put them in a pot and bring them in. You know, there's some big ones in Vancouver. Down in the inner core of the city, there's like 4 big tree ferns. They've been there forever. And they're growing right out, not protected, right beside the building. Have you ever propagated? No, they're pretty tricky, but the nursery down the road propagates them from spores. And a friend of mine, he's passed away, Palm Society guy, used to propagate them. I just created, by the way, it's currently being verified. I just created a Facebook account. Oh, cool. Oh, good. Then you can join our Palm group. I think the building, yeah, it does protect them, Jane. Oh, absolutely. And it is mild around the city. It's urban heat there. Like I say, there was 2 big Livistonas growing in Vancouver for 20 years down on Penny Farthing Drive in Granville Island. Never protected, but close to the building, the overhang of the building. And like I say, well, look where this is in an alcove too. The tree ferns are everywhere in LA, mostly Scythia. Yeah, there's lots of them there. I noticed that when last time I was in LA was August 2008. Took the kids to Disneyland. And then we took a tour, Beverly Hills and all that, and they dropped us off in Hollywood. I've been down there before, but I'm more looking at the plants. I don't care about the buildings and all that crap. I like the foliage. I like the vegetation. So anyway, so like I say, these guys are going to brown out in the summertime, and I'm going to cut them all off. But they'll have a new flush of fronds on this tree fern. Scythia, I don't know about that one. I'm not too sure about that one, Hamish. I don't know. Maybe the nursery has it here. LA is awesome. Yeah. Well, the girl that gave us the interview last night lives in LA. She grew up in LA. So I was thinking, oh, lucky you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The vegetation down there is unbelievable. They grow everything in that climate zone. I think it's like zone 10, isn't it? Isn't LA zone 10? It's got to be. I mean, I don't know. Do they ever get frost in LA? I think once in a while it snowed there in the past. Rarely, like a skiff or a few flakes, and then it just melts, right? So a great, very great climate in Southern Cal. Aloha. That actually sounds good. Aloha, Jane. Hear about your love for ancient Native American history. You know, Wendy's dad used to be a native anthropologist, so he used to teach that in college. A native Hawaiian forest is of... Oh, I love those ferns, Jane. There's some beautiful ones up in Lion Arboretum. Just absolutely gorgeous ferns. When you're walking up to the Manoa Falls, there's so many nice tree ferns up there. It's just like, just to die for. I can't wait to go back one day. Hopefully one day we will be able to go back to Hawaii. We'll see when all this stuff ends. I'm hoping it ends soon, sooner than later. It snowed in LA a couple of years ago, first time 62, and it was just, that's what I thought. So it definitely has snowed in LA before, but it doesn't get that cold. I wonder what the all-time low record cold there is. I'm guessing probably like 30, maybe 30 degrees, something like that. It's got to be. And San Francisco is the same too, right? San Francisco, I don't know if it's ever snowed in San Francisco. San Francisco's really mild in the wintertime, even though it's like 500 miles north of I think it's 470 miles north of LA, something like that, right? So really, you can grow a lot of stuff in San Francisco, bougainvillea, date palms. James Dens has an amazing exotic garden there. Volcanoes National Park has tons of native trees. Really? Cool. Hey, where's Volcanoes National Park? Is that on the Big Island, Jane? Yes, the Lion Arboretum is... I love Lion Arboretum. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, it'd be nice, Farley, Ontario, and really. I guess I won't be traveling then. Scythia medullaris is back. Unbelievable. I guess I will never go to Hawaii again. Well, that is kind of a bummer. Oh well, I'll just stay here. Here's our Hawaii right here, right here. There's too bad I couldn't grow a Hawaiian tree fern. I've tried Hawaiian tree ferns, but they were indoor plants, and I just couldn't keep them alive. But the Dixonias seem to do really well here. You do have to give them a bit of help in a really bad winter. The center of the crown needs to be protected because the center of the crown is very frost tender, so remember that. Volcanoes National Park, that's probably on the Big Island, Scotty? I'm guessing. It's got to be on the Big Island. Never been. Wendy's been to the Big Island. I've only been to Oahu and Maui. So it would be nice to see that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows what the future holds, right? Yeah. I would like to go up into those mountains and see where the trees end. National Park is Big Island. So it'd be cool to see where the last palm trees are on the Big Island at what elevation and what type of palm trees. Volcanoes National Park is on the Big Island, Kilauea. So have you ever seen, Jane, have you ever seen Trachycarpus fortunei? Have I asked you this question before? Maybe I have. Have you ever seen Trachycarpus fortunei on anywhere in Hawaii, on the Hawaiian Islands? Because I have never, ever seen Trachycarpus fortunei growing in the Hawaiian Islands. Yeah, you know what? I have nothing against, the Maxine, I'm going to call it. I really not. I'm not an anti-Maxer at all. It's just that these haven't been FDA approved. So I'm just, put it this way, I'm sitting on the fence. I don't, I really don't, I don't really know much about the, I'm worried about the side effects. So I'm just going to wait it out. I've been watching a lot of videos on doctors talking, and not conspiracy stuff either, because I don't like conspiracy stuff. Doctors talking about it, legit doctors, and I just watched one today, and some of the stuff's kind of scary. So I'm just, like I say, I'm going to wait, and I'll be last in line. It doesn't mean I'm not going to ever get it. I'm just going to be last in line. So we're going to wait and see. So maybe one of these days, and only time will tell, right? So it'd be nice if this all went away. It really would. If all this went away and we're back to normal again. Yeah. Who cares about the FDA? Health Canada approved. Oh, did they approve it? Did they actually approve the same ones? No way. Wow. Yeah, I've been watching lots of stuff on it, and I don't know. It just does freak me out. So, like I say, I'm definitely waiting, for sure. And I have nothing against people that are going to get Max, because I'm working with people who are getting the Maxine. And I say Maxine because I got to watch what I say on here. Otherwise, you get booted off. You know what I mean? So everything seems to be censored these days. There's a lot of stuff censored. So I live on the Big Island for a few years. Never had tracking. Yeah, my cousin lived there too. My cousin lived on the Big Island for 5 years, and then he moved to Oahu, and he lived on the North Shore. Volcanoes. You know where he moved to? He moved to New Mexico. Wet and full of tree ferns, Jane says. Cool. Well, Jane, you could easily grow a tree fern where you live. That's pretty awesome. You got to like that. So, hey, Jane, what palms do you have in your garden? Are you growing any palms? Or, I know you're growing exotic plants. Are you growing any palms where you are in your area of Hawaii? Or is there so many palms around you, you don't bother growing palms? I could imagine if 4,000 foot. It's at 4,000 foot. Wow. We don't have any mountains that high on Salt Spring Island. The highest one here is over 2,300 feet on the south end of the island. It's Mount Bruce. Could be Mount Bruce. Hope Hill is high. Mount Tuam. And then Mount Maxwell is about 1,980 feet, something like that. So we got some pretty high mountains for this little island. And different growing zone up there for sure. And what I have a plan. I'd like to take some of my hardier Trachycarpus palms up to the Buddhist retreat and plant them. I have Chamaedorea elegans and Rapis excelsa. Oh, I love Rapis excelsa. Chamaedorea elegans we grow inside the house. We have 2 of them as house plants. And the Chamaedorea microspadex I transplanted is doing way better. It's actually, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'll show you the Chamaedorea microspadex. Follow me. It's back here. Finally, look at this now. I'm going to show you. See the green coming out here? This cane sat there last year and did nothing. So it looks like bamboo. So you can see the fronds coming out of it now, right? It's doing much better, this one. There's a frond coming out of this one too. You see that right there? And that's opening there. I'm very happy with this. So I've been watering it lots, and I got it in really good soil. They cut down this cedar tree. See the cedar tree right there? That cedar tree's gone. And that cedar tree right there was causing a lot of problems. The roots are the worst in cedar trees. Now, don't get me wrong. I like cedar trees, but I don't like them anywhere near our garden because they are the worst trees to grow around. And what will happen, even if you got a garden 30 feet away from a cedar tree, the cedar tree roots will find your garden soil. And they'll infiltrate the garden soil, and they'll just knit the soil together. Water can't get through. The tree sucks the nutrients out and stresses the plants. That's why I've moved my bananas like 3 or 4 times. First time I had them, yeah, I've moved them 4 times since I've lived here, because it was all to do with roots from cedar trees. So now they're going to do much better. Here's a funny thing about the higher elevations. Why they planted tree ferns and native trees up, not cooler cloud forest palms. Interesting. Well, they should plant some Trachycarpus palms up there. I wish I could bring some Trachycarpus seeds to kind of like strawberry guava. And I heard that's invasive, right? That's what grows up in Lion Arboretum everywhere. Because I've picked the fruit on it. It's really good to eat, but it grows like a weed up in the jungle. I call it the Hawaiian rainforest. There was a bunch we picked by the little seismic shack. There's a little shack up there, Jane. You probably know it, up in Lion Arboretum. And off to the side of that shack, you go into the bush a little bit, and there's guava trees. So we were picking guavas, and I bring them back to the condo or the hotel, put them in the fridge, and eat them the next day. They're so good. Like, I love to eat them, but I know they're pretty invasive in the rainforest there, right? I don't know where they were introduced from. Cedar tree is like strawberry grass, it seems. Yeah, it's but they're native, you know, like Jane, the cedar trees here are native. Well, I'll show you some. They're big trees. Where are we here? Right there. See those trees behind me? Right there. Those are cedar trees. Those are Thuya plicata. Those are western red cedar trees. And then behind me, there's like 100 and something foot Douglas fir trees. I mean, we have fir trees all the way around us. Fir trees aren't bad. And then there's another cool tree there. That tree right there in the distance is a western hemlock, right there. Strawberry guavas from South America. Okay, so it's an invasive species. But that beautiful tree right there in the distance, see how the leaves are kind of, the needles are kind of droopy on it, the branches? That is a western hemlock. And I think we might only have one left on our property. They've been dying off over the years because it's been too dry. I get dozens of red cedar seedlings from my palm. Yeah, they grow like weeds. So, you know what? You can pull them out and plant them somewhere else. That's the thing. You can put them in, you can plant them somewhere else. But don't plant them near your garden. You'll be sorry. They're the worst. They're beautiful looking trees, but they're the worst. And plants that we grow underneath them struggle. They are stressed. Nice, we have several mature eastern hemlock. Oh, you have some? Okay, cool. Well, that's what that is right there. That's a western hemlock. That's good that they do well there. And you know what? You might be able to see our redwoods from here. Let me go to the front yard. The redwoods are even taller. We have coast redwood trees. And the coast redwood trees are, see those tall trees right in behind those conifers? I'm trying to get behind that one. Right there. That tree right there, that's a redwood tree. Those are coast. There's two of them side by side. There's another one on the other side. And this one here, this tree right here, is a Heteromeles arbustifolia tree. So it's got really cool leaves on it. It's native to California. And you can see the new growth come. I grew this from seed years ago. More than 30 years ago, I grew this from seed. And it's got a nice sized trunk on it. Eastern hemlock is native here, but has been mostly killed by invasive hemlock. Oh, that's too bad. That's sad. Coast redwoods grow from 1,000 foot. Yeah, you know, Jane, there's a bunch of them. There's like a forest of them on Maui on the side of Haleakala, right? They're a beautiful thing. I love them. Here's another. Here's this one I believe is Martianus, right there, and it got burnt from the sun. So that's Martianus, right there. Yucca gigantea. This one got totally burnt from the sun. My poor. That's the problem. I had this one in the basement for the winter. This is a kencha palm. It's growing, but it definitely got burnt, man. The poor thing. My bad. Oh well, that's the way she goes, folks. And then here's some camarops down here. You can see some younger cam. This is one of my seed grown right there. And then that's a Home Depot special we put there a few years ago. So those are camis. Hemlock is my favorite. Oh, cool. I think they're beautiful, really. And I don't know if this one's flowering right now. Some palms seem to be taking a break this year. Does it have a flower? I don't see any spathes coming out on it. Trachycarpus fortunae. And this got burnt a bit too, the bird of paradise. See, Jane can grow these things like weeds. And the palm stumps, we're going to show you the palm stumps. Hopefully my thing doesn't fade. The palm stumps are not sprouting back yet. I don't see any activity on these, or not palm, the eucalyptus stumps. nothing yet. So what I'm thinking, it got cold after they cut them, right? After they cut these things, they had a freeze. Now look at the cracks in here. See, these were 100-foot eucalyptus trees, okay? And after they cut these eucalyptus trees, we had a freeze. And that's the worst time to ever prune a eucalyptus, no matter how big it is, in the wintertime. And I tell people, never prune them in the winter. But look at all these cracks in here. So what I think is it got cold enough to actually freeze this fresh wound in here. And birds of paradise are absolutely everywhere now. Yeah, they are. They are nice birds of paradise. And I did see a lot of them there. So I'm not seeing any activity on this eucalyptus trunk yet. So, but the ones that I cut, like I say a few weeks ago, are actually growing, which is actually really cool. So I really don't care if these don't come back or not. If they don't, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to carve tiki faces in them. Those will be tiki eucalyptus trunks. Yeah, they're all cracked. I'm going to guess they're done. I'd be surprised. I would be very surprised if those eucalyptus trees sprout back. And here's a nice vine you guys should try too. This is Clematis armandi. Grown any New Zealand woody trees. Like what, the New Zealand Christmas tree? We grow New Zealand plants here. I think Hebe is from New Zealand. We have Senecio Grayi. I'm trying to think what else we have. We have so many plants in this garden. I've lost track of it. Like seriously, we have so many species of plants here. And we have a lot of Australian plants. Like we have bottlebrush and lots of eucalyptus trees. We still have a ton of eucalyptus trees, but hopefully my signal doesn't die here. I better not go to this far out, but I cut the top off of those ones and they are growing. They are sprouting. They're sprouting back. I cut the top off of that. These ones are all shooting out to the sides of the trees now, right there. We grow clematis. We grow so much clematis too. Wendy's got a lot of clematis. We have a lot of Clematis armandi. We have one called Freckles. It's evergreen. Here's another one that got cut. Look at this. Yeah, I think it actually froze. Look at that. See? Not seeing any growth. This is eucalyptus. That's a good thing because I really don't want them to come back. They were really scary trees. Like I was actually quite freaked out walking beside them or under them when the wind was blowing because of fear of branches breaking off. And there's the tree ferns. There's the Cyathea. Here's some Cyathea cooperi right here. So Wendy put them under these palms just because they were burning in the sun, right? So there you go. I wish I could walk farther down into the palm nursery and show you what it's doing down there right now. And there's the palm that's bent, got ripped up by the other eucalyptus, uprooted, and it's growing sideways. So it's growing, it's opening fronds up. I just hope the new one that we move is going to adjust fast and not sit there for 5 years and do nothing, like the one that I moved 5 years ago that's sitting there and doing nothing. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, well, if you're ever this way, Palms USA, come and visit the garden. There's some Philostachys bambusoides in here. And then there's Nandina domestica in there. These are cool. They're just about finished blooming. These are big laurel trees. I grew these from cuttings years ago, and the flowers are super, super fragrant. And then here's out the front gate. You can see out the front gate, and then that goes through, and then there's a driveway in there. Actually, there's a New Zealand plant there, if you can see it in the distance. See that silver plant all along the driveway right there? That is all New Zealand plant. That's Senecio Grayi, which is a pretty cool plant. On the top of my... Yeah, you should visit the garden before. Here, they rode by on their bicycles. They're from Connecticut. Super nice people. So, yeah, they stopped in, and I gave them a little garden tour. Really, really nice people. Yeah, but yeah, years ago, some people from Washington, D.C., they were on the island, and they were driving by, and they pulled in, and I showed them the garden. Because it was probably to see might have been to see the gallery, could have been to see the art gallery, and then I showed them the garden. So yeah, no, I like showing people gardens, and then you can see what grows here on Salt Spring Island. I want to show you something else. So here's the strawberry tree. The strawberry trees are coming back. So these are Arbutus unido stumps they cut down. These were 20-foot strawberry trees. They're sprouting out everywhere now. You can see the new growth in here. This is all new growth coming out. There's little bumps coming out everywhere, like all over these trunks. So that's a nice thing about these. They'll sprout back again. And it's a shame that they had to get cut down, but I'm going to keep them lower. I'm definitely going to keep these guys a lot lower so we can actually reach the fruit on it. So here's down looking into the back, kind of like jungle garden, right? There's a sable palmetto in Bridgeport, Connecticut. That is cool. That is awesome. Well, they get a lot of heat there too, I'm sure. Bridgeport, right? They must get a lot of heat. And it's probably, is it near the ocean, Bridgeport? It's got to be, right? Oh yeah, I got to show you this one too while I'm here, because I showed you guys earlier. Right there, look at that. Isn't that cool? That is pretty awesome. There's the chainsaw trachycarpus coming back nicely. Look at that. It's got the center spear in there. See that? There's the center spear. And I'm very happy with that. Pretty cool, eh? Joe, your garden is looking awesome. Oh, thanks, piece of me. There's the big eucalyptus, another one that got cut down. So when they cut that down, they ran the chainsaw through that, cut that off, and they also cut some fronds off of that. There's some needle palms down there. See needle palms right in front of that tiki. There's a clump of needle palms. And then trithronyx here. There's a trithronyx that I planted. There's the queen palm right there. So, and you can see the bananas coming up in the back too. I am headed up to New England this summer and intend to stop and, oh, cool. Make a video there. You should. That is cool. So I guess everything's opened up in the States, eh? You lucky bums. Right on. That's awesome. It's going to be nice when things open back up here. What palms? What pinnate palms do we have in our garden? Well, there's one right there. There's a queen palm. We have Jubea chilensis behind it. Butea capitata. Microspadex, Camadori microspadex. Camadoria radicalis. There's a pinnate species, Camadoria radicalis. That's Aspidistria laetior. So yeah, so we have a few pinnate species of palms here. We have date palm. There's Phoenix canariensis, right? Well, they might not be Phoenix canariensis, but they could be a hybrid. But they kind of feel like Phoenix canariensis and look like. But if we're vaccinated, okay, cool. Then you can travel right on. But I watched a video of a UFC fight the other day in Florida, I think it was, and the stands were packed. There must have been thousands of people there. So I mean, that must have been opened up. It had to have been, right? They were all sitting crammed close to each other. So I guess they paid big money to watch that fight. Anyway, I'm going to go inside soon. And so what you got to do, yes. No, I would like to try that one. It's native to Taiwan. I've always thought about it. We used to talk about it in our Palm Society meetings, but I haven't tried it yet. Great saludos from Bolivia. Oh, cool. Right on, Bolivia. That's pretty awesome. Right on. Florida, I would not draw. Right. Oh, is that right? So it is a hot spot. Interesting. Okay. Well, I can tell you what. The last report in our paper, which I got on Wednesday, there are 0 cases here for the last 2 weeks. All right, 0. There's nothing. There are none here right now. But it doesn't mean there can't be. So you got to stay safe out there, and you got to be careful, right? Because you definitely don't want to get it. And I think since it all started, we've had, I don't know what it was. I heard like 19 or something like that. Maybe 19 cases. So I got those numbers from somebody somewhere, or maybe I read them in the paper. So anyway, I don't know of anybody that has it right now. I know of some people that it might have had it, but it was all right at the beginning. So they figured they had it, but it was kind of like before the testing, right? And they got back from Italy and they said it was kind of like the worst flu they ever had, right? I have to be very loose too. No. Oh, is that right, eh? And same with Texas, I think, too. I think Texas is probably the same, right? Texas probably has no restrictions. Yeah, I guess this thing is going to eventually run its course and it'll all be done. We hope, right? So, anyway, yeah. Palms USA, you have to email me, okay? And get me your address so I can send you some stuff. Good to hear things are improving. Luckily, New Zealand, I've kept it out. Oh, yeah, New Zealand's awesome. Very great place. So there's for Jane. Aloha. Excuse me, you got palm oil, American? What? Palm oil. Palm oil. I don't think palm oil is good for you, is it? It's, don't they use palm oil in cooking? I think it's actually pretty bad for you, isn't it? I think the good oil is olive oil. Spring bake crowds at the beaches of Florida create huge Sir. Yeah, that's scary. Like, it's definitely, I do not want to get that sickness. You know what I mean? It's not a good thing. And my friends that thought they had it, well, they're fine now, but you never know. It affects everybody differently. I mean, one person, it could be like a really bad flu, and another person, it could actually kill you, right? Which is, that's the scary part. So, yeah, you got to stay safe out there. Nobody's had the flu around. The flu seems to be unheard of this year, right? And I think it's because away from each other, we're wearing masks. Whenever we go into a store, we wear a mask. I never wear a mask outside. I will not wear a mask outside. I refuse to. But I see people driving by wearing masks. I see people running around the track wearing masks. That's got to be bad for you. My friend, shows me palm oil. My friend, please show me palm oil American. Palm oil American. Oil palm. Oh, you mean an oil palm. Okay, Sandor, take care. Thanks for letting me know they arrived, the palms. Getting our back. Oh, we can go open up. Cool, yeah. Well, they said they're not going to open everything up in Canada until 75% of the population's vaccinated. I say max-nated. All right, you know what I'm talking about. But YouTube doesn't know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, exotic. So anyway, all I can say is, well, you guys stay safe out there. And when things do open up, Palms USA or Sandor and any of you guys, if you're around this area, come and visit. And you can come and see our garden, and we'll give you a little tour around. Yeah, nobody, none of the students here wear masks. I don't think it's, oh no, they do. Sorry, they do. I think they have to wear them in school. Certain ages though, because they were out in the multi-purpose court yesterday and nobody had them on. They were out playing, I don't know if they're playing some sort of game. It wasn't basketball. It was something, there's a lot of kids out there. They had no masks on. But I think when you're in the classrooms, you have to wear a mask, right? Better safe than sorry. So I always have a few of them in my truck. And whenever I go into a store, they won't let you into a store unless you have a mask on, unless you are exempt from it. Some people are exempt from it, right? I guess they have a doctor's note or something like that. So I don't have one of those, but I don't really like wearing them. I find it hard to breathe. We're about vaccines, don't like it. It is very controversial. No, we don't have Rick Lanata. Well, no, I don't. You've already had yours, Hamish. No, I don't have Rick Lanata. We have Phoenix canariensis, and I've tried other ones before. I know my friend tried Phoenix theoprasti years and years ago. He imported it, and that one is native to Crete and I think Turkey, and it actually died in a bad winter. So Phoenix theoprasti didn't prove to be very hardy in Vancouver. I don't think there's any long-term Phoenix that is hardy in Vancouver. Now, Tofino might be a different story. There's one in my friend Brian's garden, and it's been there for quite a long time. So we'll see how it does in the near future. And I was there with Wendy in March, and I shot a video of Brian's Phoenix canariensis, and it looked absolutely awesome. And he doesn't do anything with it. And he's also got a Norfolk Island pine in front of his place. So it's right by the house, but it's been there for quite a few years. I think it's been there for over 10 years. Phoenix Rosalini are hardy in my refrigerator. Rosalinii. Yeah, Rosalinii. That almost sounds like Rosalinii are definitely not hardy here. Phoenix, no, yeah, not Dactylifera is not hardy here either. We've grown them before, but they're not hardy here. They're just too wet. Our winters are way too wet. See what's behind me? Do you see what's all around me here? This here is Trachycarpus country. This is Trachycarpus fortunei country, right? So there's lots of Trachycarpus palms here. They are easy to grow. We have thousands of them around. Pilostylus sapida. Pilostylus sapida is a shaving brush palm from New Zealand. I've tried it before too. I've grown them from seed years ago, and it didn't prove to be hardy here either. So, yeah, I've experimented with lots of stuff. I've been growing palm trees a long time, and I've experimented with all different types of palms. But trackies are a rarity here. Yeah, trackies are great. I mean, I like them. I think trackies are beautiful palms. I mean, like I say, we have them everywhere. Everywhere you look, we have Trachycarpus palms. Hopefully my thing's not going to fade out here because I'm getting farther away. There's a Camarops right there. You see that one right there? Camarops humilis. It's actually quite a nice one too. It's really thick. It's super bushy. And then there's more palms in here and bamboo, and you can see the fatsia trees. Fatsia are trees here. And because somebody asked me, well, can you guys grow fatsia? I say, well, fatsias grow to trees here, right? And then here's another bay tree. I've seen Truckee in Chicago, but they need major protection in Chicago. They need to be wrapped up. Yeah. And look at the size of that vivax bamboo there. No, we don't grow. We live in Canada, so we can't grow that stuff here. We are in Canada, man. We're on an island in Canada. We're in the Great White North. There's some Philostachys vivax up there. And, well, anyway, so underneath the fatsia trees, and you can see how big they are. They are big. They're big trees, you see? And then here's some bambuzoides. Here's some Philostachys bambuzoides. This is Japanese timber bamboo. It's actually shooting canes now. Washingtonia do okay with wet. Yeah, they do. But they're not hardy here. They're definitely a short-term plant, Washingtonia robusta. They're useless. I never have luck with them, really. They're not a very good palm here at all. There's a Washingtonia right there. There's a Washingtonia robusta right there. I grew it from seed. It's just, they're not that good, though. They're a great-looking palm. Look at the sun shining on the arbutus trees over there. It looks like they're on fire. Isn't that crazy? The tops of those arbutus trees, and then you got the evening sun. It's 5 after 8 here. Livistona chinensis, yeah, we have some. We have Livistona chinensis. They work in a sheltered spot, Livistona. They're pretty tough palm. I'm going to go in the house now. So you've seen the garden out here. I'll show you the tree fern from here, looking down on it there. And then down on the deck, right? And then there's the... Yeah, Livistonas are really nice palms, but you got to put them in a sheltered spot, that's for sure. Washingtonia filifera are not hardy here either. They absolutely hate winter rain. So Washingtonia filifera is absolutely useless here as well. So Palms USA, please email me your address. And my email is Banana Joe. Whoops. Did you lose me? There we go. BananaJoe@telus.net. All right? BananaJoe@telus.net. So message me your email or your address, and I will get you out some stuff next week. All right? I got to get you this card too. So we're going to put this card in the kitchen. I'll show you our butia. I'll show you how it's doing. Hopefully I got reception back. I'll go out the back doors. Okay? And look at the sun up on those arbutus trees. See, these arbutus trees up there over 100 feet tall. Look at the tops of those Pacific madronas. And the sun's up into the trees. It's absolutely beautiful. The evening sun. Phoenix robelini would never work here either. Pygmy date palm. No, useless. I've grown them before as houseplant. There's a smaller butia. There's bigger butias on our island, right? But there is a butia capitata, right? And then more trachys, of course. Lots of trachycarpus palms. And then here's the tree ferns. Here's a bunch of other tree ferns in here. These are Dixonia, and they're actually shooting out fronds now. So here, yeah, we grow lots of Cycas revoluta. Yeah, we have lots of Cycas revoluta. We have, well, I just showed you guys some in front of our B&B, right? So, and see the lights at this time of the night on the palms, right? And there's some fatsia, more fatsia, lots of fatsia. No, not that one either. Only because we're in Canada. You got to remember, we're limited what we can grow. We are not in the tropics here. We are far from the tropics. We're at 48 degrees north latitude here in the Great White North. So it surprises me that palm trees can even grow here, right? I mean, really, you think about it. Being in Canada, there should be no palms that could ever grow in Canada. So I'm happy we can grow what we can. Here's a camellia in bloom right there. Beautiful camellia. Look, Wendy's got so many camellias. There might be another one over here blooming. Right here. Look at this one. Isn't that a beauty? This is a nice one too. It's got beautiful flowers on it. Wendy is a camellia nut. This is a really cool bamboo. This one here, it's really tall too. So anyway, that's what it's looking like into the garden right there. So it kind of gives you the illusion that, yeah, you could be somewhere in the tropics But we are here in the Great White North, folks. And show you something here. I know that. I know how many species. Yeah, there's actually about 2,800, just about 2,900 species of palm trees. Yeah. And yeah, I know there's a lot of different species of palm trees. Look at the sunset. There's a sunset for you folks. So here's the here's a yucca yucca gigantea right here. Isn't that cool? Look at that. There's Brahia. There is Brahia armata there. And then here's some cactus for you. You like cactus? There's cactus there. Lots of cactus. And Chilean bromeliads right there. Fascicularia bicolor. Did you? Which video was it, Jane? You sent one. Yeah, you sent one on the queen palms, silver queen palms that survived. Yucatan. Yucatan in Mexico. Oh, and there's an agave right there. I didn't do anything wrong, and you see that? I missed that message, whatever it was. The silver queen. Yeah, I've tried some from seed before. I sold a bunch from seed. There is the agave americana right there, and there's a sable minor that I planted as a seedling. It's actually doing really good. Lots of dickia. Got dickia down there and lots of gasteria plants. So, and then there's another agave here. We got a bunch of agaves in the garden. Yeah, you have a wonderful week there too. Stay safe out there. And well, it must be getting pretty late there where you are. Here's the other needle palm. Just remember you are... What's that? Look at this. There's a needle palm right there. I didn't get that last message. Bring it back. I kind of missed that. I didn't really read what you said. It goes by too quick. The messages go by too quick. You said something about driving your fans away. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Are you referring to me? Driving my fans away. Why would I be driving my fans away? I don't understand what that means really. You know what I mean? I just shoot videos of palm trees. So you either like them or you don't. If you don't like my channel, you don't watch it. If you like what you watch, then you watch more. If you don't like it, then you turn to another channel. That's the way it is on TV too. You know, people can leave crappy comments on someone's video. If you don't like the video, just turn to another channel. That's what I do. You know what I mean? It's not nice to leave crappy comments. Yeah, maybe so talk about palms. I do talk about palms. This channel is about palms and exotic plants. It's not strictly about palm trees. It's about palms and exotic plants. Just like the group I have on Facebook, people who love palm trees and exotic plants. Yes, I love palm trees. I think palm trees are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and I love you guys too. You guys are awesome. So, you know what? I don't get offended by anything. If somebody doesn't like my content, then move on. You know what? There's millions of YouTube channels out there. I do like your video. And I wasn't trying to grab you once. I just feel like you. I missed that. I got part of it. It goes by too fast on this. This is Wendy's iPhone. And it absolutely drives me crazy when I do a live stream on this iPhone because the comments are really quick. It's about the palms. Yeah, I love palm trees. Palm trees are great. So in my video, you are seeing palm trees. I'm doing a live stream right now. And what are you seeing behind me? You guys are seeing palm trees. Right? I'm not sitting on the couch right now. That's the nice thing about the iPhone. I can actually come outside here into the garden. So after I get that palm tree planted, I don't know if this iPhone will go out that far. It's quite far from the house. The palm tree I'm planting is probably 200 feet away from our house. So I don't think I'm going to get reception out there. But if I could, I would like to do a video of us, of the palm tree when I get it planted. But probably highly unlikely. So anyway, it's beyond the gallery. I love the palms. Yes, I love the palms too. I like palms so much, I got lots of tattoos of palms on me. That's how much I like palm trees, okay? And I have groups on Facebook all about palm trees too. So if you're on Facebook, join the group and leave your comment. And people that don't like the group can always leave the group too. I don't force anybody to do anything. It's like me. I watch content on YouTube. I watch the stuff I enjoy. And if I don't like it, I just move on to another channel, right? Palms are great. Yes, me too. Palms Farm. Yes, we have a palm nursery here. So we grow a lot of palm trees. And there's another guy in the south end, and I'd like to get to his place again sometime and shoot a video. There's a guy on the south end of our island that actually field grows palm trees. And he's got hundreds of palm trees field grown in rows. And I've sold him a lot of palm trees, a lot of our palm trees. So sometime we'll get down there and we'll actually shoot a video of their palm, field grown palm nursery, which is pretty cool. And there is other palm nurseries here on the coast. I'm not the only one, but I'm probably, one of the bigger palm growers here on Salt Spring Island. The nursery down the road from me grows a lot of palm trees too. I know, because I've sold them a lot of palm trees. So a lot of the palm trees they grow there come from me, right? So I sell them when they're small, and they grow them onto big, and then they sell them. So, but anyway, palms are a beautiful thing. And like you say, there's so many different species of palm trees. You have to love palms. And look at how green they look all the time. I mean, year round, they look awesome. My collection, observe, are obsessive. You like palms. I can tell you love palms. So, yeah, well, you know what? I would like to have all palm trees too, but I can't because our climate restricts us to only certain species. And my wife likes palms too, but she also plants a lot of other exotic plants, right? So my wife grows, if it wasn't for Wendy, there would probably only be palm trees here and no flowers. But Wendy likes flowers and she plants a lot of flowers around, and she's made the garden look a lot better, I can tell you that. Way better than when I used to do it. It was just green. So she's added a lot of color. So I'm looking down, you can see the loquat tree. I'm looking down into the garden here, and you can see what we're looking at off the back, right? So it's, you can hear the birds out there too. Anyway, it's a beautiful evening. I'm glad you could kind of catch a partial sunset with me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to roll soon. It's been a slice. It's been awesome chatting with you guys. And Palms USA, Wendy picked your name out of the Wendy picked your name out of the bucket. So make sure to email me. You got my email address, right? Palms USA, you got the email address. Get me your address, and I will get you something off in the mail for next week. And we'll get that card in there. And I'm thinking some live seedlings, Nice to meet you, too. Really nice to meet you. And join in the live stream is, again, Luthi. It's hard to pronounce your name, but I thank you for coming into the live stream. That's pretty awesome. Please join in again if you like palm trees. That one there's got the flower spats on it right there. You can see. That one I planted years ago. These are my seed-grown babies, and you can see the arbutus tree up there. See you, Jane. Aloha to you. And one of these days, I got to meet Jane. We got to go to Hawaii, and on the way to Jane's place, I will stop off at Rainbow Diner. I will stop off at Leonard's Bakery, and then we will go see Jane's garden too. And then maybe we could all go up and go to Lion Arboretum. I really need to go there again. I really do miss the island of Oahu. I love it. I've had so many good times in Waikiki and I've been all over the island of Oahu many times, and it is an amazing island. And the scenery, the people, the climate, the plants, it is great. And hit Foster's Gardens again too. So there you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe for more videos here from Gulf Island Rock. Remember, this is not my channel. I'm just doing the live stream for Wendy. Wendy's a little too shy to do live stream. She can shoot the videos, but she's never really done a live stream before. So maybe she should do her own live stream sometime. What do you think? All right? All right, take care, guys. And we will see you next time. And have a great evening out there. And happy palm growing. Remember what I always say. Plant a palm you can't grow wrong. Cheers.